Alright guys, we're about halfway there. Snowing pretty good here. Just turned on a Silver Lake Highway. This may be a mess. I don't know. But sometimes you just got a moto. So we'll go give her heck and see what we can come up with here for you know, trying not to freeze our butts off. Maybe get a couple laps in. So excited. Just want to get some track time. Let's do this. Hi Des, here we go. Alright guys, we made it. High Desert MX. It is raining a little bit, about 35 degrees. But we're going to get dressed and go spin some laps. Probably won't stay too long today as the drive back could be treacherous, so we'll figure it out as we go. But yeah, excited to be here. Glad to be riding dirt bikes Christmas Eve. What else is there to do, right? So see you out there.
Well, go get a couple laps in, see how this goes. We're gonna take her easy. Keep her slow, keep her mellow. That's not a dumb idea.
Alright, so yeah, Christmas Eve ride up here at Christmas Valley, High Desert MX. I have never seen the track like this before. So typically, High Desert MX up here, it's a sand-based track, so usually it does really good with water. It just kind of sheds it, absorbs everything it can. You don't get too much standing water. We've had an abnormal amount of rain and snow in southern Oregon, really on the Pacific Northwest in general, the last week or two. So you can see this is a mess. This section of the track is actually pretty good, but this is about it. But man, I just wanted to go ride my dirt bike. Had a couple days off of work. Made the decision to come up here. Talk to
slippery hour. Hey, where'd the bump go?
Talk to Buddy to come in here, come up with me, and we actually have the track to ourselves. So this is the first lap. Been quite a while since I've been up here, so it's a little bit different. Of course, we have the 300 out here today. Trying to get some laps on it. Trying to get some practice in, figure out what's going on. Yeah, we're going to keep this first section pretty short. I'm not going to show you the whole thing. I want to show you this first lap so you can see how big of a mess the track was. Luckily the rain and snow didn't last too long. So it was pretty miserable out there riding with it actively snowing, raining, slushing, whatever it is. Tough to keep the goggles clear. Worst part of the day was my toes got cold, and I don't think there was much I could do about that. With all the water on the track, as soon as your feet get wet, there was no keeping them warm. But yeah, still, you know, I'd rather be riding my dirt bike than not ride my dirt bike. So I'm definitely not complaining. It just didn't turn out to be quite the day I was hoping for. And yeah, that's lap one of the day, and that's about all I'm going to show in this first session because nothing really exciting happens here. Gonna roll right into session 2. Actually, I forgot to start my camera, so I'm actually 8 or 9 minutes into this one. So I was actually checking my watch to see how long I've been riding because I didn't start the camera. So here we go, shooting for, 15 minutes or so. Trying to get the track figured out a little bit. Really was not confident enough with the conditions to really hit anything. Wasn't really doing much jumping at all. Just not a lot of traction, especially with the 2-stroke. But I'm still trying to get used to. So, but she sure does sound good. You can see it's no longer raining, so that helps. But we're definitely not out here hitting any of the big jumps, that's for sure. Keeping her mellow. It didn't take much throttle to try to bring that rear end around. I tell you, it was treacherous using the old front brake. It was slippery out there. It is as slippery as it looks, trust me. It's funny because this place, usually when the dirt's moist like this, the traction is just amazing. Yeah, double, didn't hit it all day, just wasn't feeling it. Wasn't worth the risk for sure. This little berm here, which is usually really dry, it gets the least amount of water on a normal day, was perfect. But this corner was so slippery, it was treacherous. I thought I was going to crash there just about every lap. This little step up, I never even got it very clean. Just I had this comfort level of where I liked the bike to sound when I was going off of that jump, and it just wasn't quite fast enough to really clean anything. I think if we would have had more guys show up today, that the track would have came around a little bit. Maybe. But with just 2 bikes on the track, which is awesome, right? Because we had it for ourselves, but it just didn't move enough dirt to displace the standing water on the track. But a lot of the track did come around and was pretty good, but you can see that there's just water on the faces of the jumps, water in between the jumps, water on the landings. And there was some mud in between these rollers here, and if you weren't careful, you could get yourself crossed up pretty quick. Bike is so crispy though. Fuel injected 2-stroke. What can I say? So far I'm pretty impressed with it. Still on my 3rd ride on it. And I've got a lot of figuring out to do with this bike. Obviously the suspension is not quite where I need it to be for my weight. But the fork you can play with a little bit, being an air fork. I'm not a huge fan of the air forks. I don't know anybody that really loves the air fork. If you do, let me know. I think for an air fork, it's pretty good compared to some of the other ones that have come through over the last 20 years. But I just don't want to mess with I don't want to have to check the air pressure every time I stop and get off the bike or whatever. It's just, you definitely have to check it before you ride at the very least. But it's, it's not bad. But I'd much rather have a spring fork. Shock's soft, but not bad. And since I wasn't jumping anything today, the suspension actually worked pretty well. Definitely have to stop being so lazy with shifting. The bike will pull a higher gear for sure. It does very well, but I still have to lay off the clutch a little bit and just shift down a little bit more. Also using the green map, which is the less aggressive map. I feel like it doesn't pull as hard down low in this green map, but I could be wrong. Later on in the day I went to the standard white map, which is supposedly more aggressive, and I definitely felt like coming out of corners it pulled hard. That's what it feels like to me. On top it feels pretty much the same, but definitely when you're rolling the throttle on, I feel like, I don't know if the power valve's opening sooner, but it definitely feels like you get more power to the ground quicker. So that being said, it can wear you out a little quicker, I think, and you have to, you know, pay attention to wheel spin and all that stuff, but I don't know which one I like better. Kind of thought I liked the white one, but kind of like the green. I have no idea. Still figuring it out. Yeah, what? This is how every Christmas Eve should be spent, riding dirt bikes. Pick a track and go. I will say this is 2 weeks in a row that I've kind of ended up with the kind of the bad side of the weather. Lapine last weekend and Christmas Valley this weekend. Just kind of got rained out, snowed out. But still having fun riding my dirt bike. But definitely don't feel like I've really gotten to test the bike under conditions that I would normally see on a track day. But right now I don't have any complaints about the bike other than I don't get to ride it every day. And that's not really the bike's fault. So that being said, had I known that the track was going to be like this today, I probably wouldn't have came out here. It was just kind of a sloppy mess. And I know I got to practice that stuff too, but it's a long way to drive for, you know, plus I was a little nervous about road conditions. It was pretty slick on the way over in a few sections. I knew it was just going to continue snowing. And yeah, it got pretty sketchy on the way home, but we made it. We survived. I will be back. Got a good workout. I was sore the next day. That's what you want. Make you feel like you did something. I did get 4 sessions in today. I'm only going to show that little bit of the first one. I'll show most of the second one. Then we'll wrap her up. May have another video with showing the other sessions I ran today, but we'll see. They pretty much look just like this one. Anyhow, I think we will do our lap of silence starting now. Let's go. But anyhow, I think that's going to do it for our lap of silence, and we'll also do it for this video. If you watched it this far, I really appreciate it, and thanks for watching. Till the next one, I'm out.
Alright guys, that is a wrap for High Desert MX. Good time was had. Definitely some different riding out there today. Weather did not cooperate with us at all. We still had a good time overall. I mean, riding dirt bikes is fun, right? I mean, that's kind of where we're at. If I could do it over again, I probably, knowing what I know, I would not have come out here today because it was just cold. It was 34, 35 degrees all day. You know, standing water on the track, which normally doesn't happen up here at High Des. You don't get a lot of standing water up here. We had a pretty significant amount of rain, so that'll do it, right? But the standing water just, you know, your feet would get wet. My feet by that fourth session were frozen. I could not feel my feet, so that was a problem. So cut the fourth session pretty short, but overall good time, great day. Always love getting back up to High Des. Looking forward to getting back out here with some better weather. Maybe on New Year's or something if the weather looks like it's going to be good. Now for the treacherous ride home. Now we've got some hail or some freezing rain or something. Could be a long drive home. Dude, it literally feels like the wind is blowing 100 miles an hour. It's gonna be a slow drive home. This is kind of a clusterfuck.